There are some rappers that make up crime stories in their songs in order to sell a persona that their fans want to hear. Meanwhile, sadly, there are some rappers whose song lyrics are basically just confessions to all of the crimes that they commit on a day-to-day basis. Well, the subject of today's video is the latter. The subject of today's video is a rapper from the Bronx accused of committing an assassination while riding a dirt bike, robbing his own friends, and is charged with multiple murders. The subject of today's video is none other than PJ Gizzy, and today we're going to be telling his story.
See, the crazy thing about New York is you would have someone named like PJ Gizzy, and he looked like this. This is like a Puerto Rican pretty boy, like, and he catch him bodies. He's outside going crazy. That shit just insane to me, bro. It's insane.
But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. PJ Gizzy, real name Paul Johnson, is a gang member / rapper from the Bronx, New York, more specifically a hood called Cortlandt Ave. Cortlandt is one of the most dangerous hoods in the Bronx and has been notorious for drug and gang activity since the 1980s. PJ is a member of a gang called the OGs, standing for Original Goons. The OGs are one of the most hated groups in the Bronx and beef with various factions throughout the Bronx and Harlem. They beef with the YGs, Drilly Gang, DOA, 2Wu, and the OY. They actually used to be allied with the OY, who reside in Harlem, but they recently started beefing with each other. PJ has been in the streets since a young age and is known for acting wild. When he was just 16 years old, he caught his first murder charge. A fellow OGs member and rapper by the name of Shaw EK stated in an interview that PJ was charged with the murder because the suspect had the same first name and last name as him and was wearing the same chain that PJ normally wears. Despite being just 16 years old at the time, PJ was sent to Rikers Island. Rikers is considered one of the worst and most violent jails in America. PJ was locked up there for just 2 weeks before being released after his charges were dropped. PJ won a lawsuit related to this incident and used the money to fund him and Shaw EK's new rap career. Despite starting to rap and building popularity, PJ was still running around in the streets and causing havoc. A New York interviewer by the name of PP Films said in one of his interviews that he frequently hears how people are scared of PJ.
Okay. So he was mad at you picking and choosing, you just scared of PJ?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people talk about PJ as a scary person. So maybe that's
like, you scared of PJ, but you're not trying to walk like you weird, bro.
Yeah.
Well, as you learn more about PJ, it's not hard to see why some people feared him. He was known for running up on people in the streets and even backstab someone around him, robbing them for everything they had. PJ and Shaw EK used to hang around a DOA member and rapper named Nas EBK. DOA and the OGs are
Are you tired of looking online and seeing all these social media influencers and YouTubers live a life that you want to live and you don't understand how to obtain it? Are you tired of going online and seeing people flex cars and money and you don't understand what they're doing and make that happen for themselves? Well, I'm here to teach you today through Consulted by G. That's my goal, to teach you guys how to not only become millionaires and stack 6 figures every month or every year, depending on how hard you want to go with it. I'm also here to teach you how to make yourself successful with multiple streams of income. For more information, go ahead and sign up and check out my course on WAP and to Consulted by G. The link will be in the description. I can't wait to teach and help you guys make some money.
a serious beef now, but at the time, it wasn't that serious. Nas EBK said in an interview that he considered PJ and Shaw his friends at the time, but Shaw said in an interview that they were never cool with Nas and they were just using him for weed. Nas would allegedly supply them with weed on a regular basis, so they kept him around. The whole time they were secretly planning on robbing him, and they eventually acted on those plans. One day, PJ and 2 others told Nas to pull up for a party. Once Nas pulled up, PJ and his associates jumped him and robbed him for all the weed he had. According to Nas, they robbed him of
Gotta close that back door. Gotta watch out for my homie. Oh, he had his ass back door. Like back door vibes. God damn, that'd make a nigga turn into a straight savage. I wouldn't even, you feel me? Woo. That's why I'm so glad I didn't get too deep in that street shit. Some shit like that would have happened to me. I would have popped him.
$2,000 worth of product. After this incident, Nas would become a full-fledged DOA member, and the beef between DOA and the OGs would only get worse. PJ would go on to openly admit to robbing Nas EBK while on Instagram Live.
Bro, like, what you ever do, bro? Like, no funny shit. Bro, I robbed you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I robbed you, gang. You ain't do shit about it. And I'm in a Rolls right now. You still ain't do nothing about it. I'm in the same place that you could catch me every day. In the Rolls, Nas EBK, you're a bum. Stop mentioning me, bro. No funny shit, bro. You gonna get me mad, bro. Like, you DOA, I'm DOAK. Like, y'all niggas getting split back to back to back. Leave me alone.
As PJ's life in the streets continued, he would go on to allegedly commit back-to-back murders.
Back to back is insane.
On
That's how
July
them bodies start
26,
adding up.
2021, a member of the Harlem gang 2 named Matt Sav was standing amongst a crowd of people on Frederick Douglass Boulevard when two men riding on a dirt bike pulled up. The person riding on the back of the dirt bike pulled out a gun and started shooting in Matt's direction. Matt Sav, real name Matthew Sumter, got shot in the stomach and was rushed to the hospital. He would tragically pass away from his injuries at just 19 years old. PJ was allegedly the one driving the dirt bike, while it's alleged that an OY member named Sugar Hill Mel was the shooter. The OY and OGs beef with each other now, but they used to be super locked in and would allegedly do drills together. PJ has lyrics in his songs about sliding on his ops while riding a dirt bike.
I just might slide through his block with a dirt bike. I'ma keep kicking till he drop.
PJ would eventually get charged with the murder of Matt Sav. Police scoured through video of the killing, as well as footage of the dirt bike before and after the shooting, getting a clear image of PJ as the driver, according to the criminal complaint. The alleged shooter, Sugar Hill Mel, passed away before being arrested or charged, so it's unknown if he's actually the shooter. Prior to getting arrested and charged for the murder of Matt Sav, PJ is alleged to have committed another shocking murder. On February 6, 2022, a DOA member and rapper named C-High Watts, real name Jaquan McKinley, went to a party in Brooklyn, New York. After that party, he and some of his associates went to another Airbnb in Brooklyn to record music. While sitting in a car at the intersection of Green and Lewis Avenues at about 2 a.m., a car drove up beside his and someone inside opened fire. He was shot multiple times in the chest and tragically passed away at just 18 years old. It's rumored that C-High was set up by those he was with that night to be killed. However, this has never been officially confirmed. C-High's father did an interview and said that he believes that C-High's friends set him up.
You got a lot of details to the case. Without saying a lot, because it's still an open investigation, what's your conclusion over all this? What happened to your son? What's your conclusion?
My son was lined up by his peoples.
PJ would ultimately get charged with the murder of C-High. PJ was officially arrested and charged with the murder of Matt Sav on March 14, 2022. While sitting in jail for over 2 years fighting his case, PJ would get officially charged with the murder of C-High on December 19, 2024. To make things worse for PJ, he was charged by the feds for the C-High case, and they have an over 90% conviction rate. If found guilty of his charges, PJ could spend the rest of his life in prison. RIP to everyone that passed away.
That's crazy though, bro. And like, can you imagine already being locked up for some crazy shit, then they trying to put some more crazy shit on top of your head? It's just insane that would be going on in these streets and nobody really talks about it. People is losing their life. Babies is dying. Mamas is crying. And everybody trying to run around acting like this shit is normal. Not normal. Like, I know it used to be bad back in the day, but this shit is insane. Folks was throwing his life away to the feds, trying to be cool and rapping about it and shit. Was you even getting paid from your rap, bro? Even if you was, you can't just rap about the ops all the time, because then your label gonna start pushing you to keep dissing once you try to change your lane, because that's the only thing that was getting you hot. Why you think Dirk stopped dissing?